Alright. So today's going to be a bit of a different topic than most of the time. We're just going to go over one of the scummiest ways to make Meseta in this game. And it's kind of slow, but it's very effective. Basically, it's AC Vaulting, I'm going to say. I'll just give you an example. My premium storage here, I have just like the various Sonic stuff from the Fun Scratch, which is fairly easy to get, but is rather collectible. And just because it's only going to be here probably for another 2 weeks, they'll slowly start building value over time. Which, considering like even Amy's worth jack diddly, but Sonic, for example, not worth all too much, but it will go up over time when you are suddenly unable to get them. That also goes with the figurines. Those also have a sizable amount of value. And then there's obviously the AC. So like here I have the Hatsune Miku AC scratch tickets. I have the full set of the hair, and just various clothing pieces and bases. You'll also see event items like, so when the Impromptu Tea Party came out, I think this is just before the PC players started. Yeah, people were selling this for 50k, and now it's already worth $500,000. And it's all supply and demand, right? It's just, you can get this real easy now because everyone has it, there's tons of them on the market, but suddenly when the number goes down, you know, the prices just start going up. So just using Miku as an example, because that was one of the reasons that I actually started semi-hoarding for this. Yes. We'll just look at Miku Hair. So right now Miku Hair is at 6.3 million. But you already see there's people putting in for 20, 30, 31. And like the thing is, they're never going to decrease those prices because they know at some point it's going to sell. The reason why is just because, like every AC ticket, right, it has a duration to it. So Miku, I think, only has, yeah, I think this is Miku's last week. So if you want to avoid being gouged and you don't have Miku stuff, now would be the time to buy. But this doesn't apply to all AC, just anything that is noticeable. Generally, the rule of thumb is if it has a history. So in this case, Miku is literally known around the world, at least by nerds. So she's almost royalty in this game, right? Because she has that kind of notability and a reputation outside of the game. Another good example is if they ever come out with the Nier Automata collaboration, I'm gonna buy every piece I can find, just literally every piece I can find. And the reason why is because, let's say, you know, there's a couple new players that come with Episode 4, which comes out in August, and then eventually Episode 5 and Episode 6, because I do know there are players that are like, oh, why would I play an unfinished game when at the end of the year it's going to be Episode 6? So, which I'm there laughing maniacally, hoping, yep, come on down at Episode 6, because if you want that Miku hair, if you want that Miku, you know, Meg, it's gonna be easily 40 to 60 million, just because you can't get it anymore. It suddenly goes from being just everything or everyday occurrence on the market to just suddenly being just this huge collectible. So it's one of those things you kind of have to use your own judgment when it comes to like, well, what AC items are going to sell when and which ones aren't. I will give a few, you know, tips regarding this though. Anything that's kind of thoughty is gonna, like, dear God, what does pole dancing sell for? So yeah, pole dancing, excellent example. 44.9. Oh my god. There is a reason to this. People have this idea that what they'll do is they'll come down here and they'll put like a little sub kind of text under their name that's just like visit my personal quarters, and they try and stand out as much as possible by you know, being thoughty. um, they do this because if you go to the visit phone every week, there's a personal quarter visitor ranking. So they do that just because they want to get up there so they can get more star gems, so they can get more outfits. So I understand why they do it. It's just I just kind of find it funny. So anything thoughty generally sells well. Anything notable, once again, so like Miku sells well. If they do near automata, just buy everything. And even in the fun scratch right now, because of the Sonic event, yeah, they have all the masks, but more importantly, they have like the figurines. Another one, and mark my words, this will be worth millions in the next couple of months. Mark my words, is Sonic Heroes, out of all things. Okay, just because like that's the one thing that's good out of that game is that soundtrack. But yeah, so even in the fun scratch, like right now, it's a great time to go through your fun. Or plow your fun into the fun scratch, because there's actually quite a bit in here that over time will sell. The masks not so much because they kind of look dopey, but like the figurines up top, or are they a little bit down? Where are they? Yeah, they. So like the Sonic figurine, Knuckles figurine, Tails figurine, maybe Amy. Most people don't like Amy. But yeah, they have a whole bunch of Sega collectibles just in here. That you could stash if you want to, and that's just using fun points. But the AC scratch is where the money really is at, because everybody can do the fun scratch. But like the value will go up, it just won't be 40 million. It'll probably be like 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. But anything out of the virtual star that has Miku's name on it generally will sell well. Probably the cheapest thing will be the replica. The reason why is because the replica is an outfit rather than... Okay, let's try this again. So the Miku right now goes for 4.6, and this is like probably one of the most expensive outfits you'll see ever. Most only go for about 400,000 to 500,000 at max. Just because outfits and outerwear, you can just always resell, and because of that, it doesn't have as much value. Basically, the amount in the game will always be the amount in the game, whereas things like hairstyles and basewear and innerwear, it's consumable, so you use it once and it's gone. So they really become rarer and more expensive, and it's the same with emotes. So the idea is very simple. It's you buy a reasonable amount, usually just for like your 1 or 2 mil that you get from the weeklies. You get something that's going to sell well, and then you bank it. So like an excellent example, I think, probably in the current set is, what's it called? Sega Legacy. I think it's the Cry, yeah. So the Cry, the outerwear will age well, just because that it does look pretty cool. Gives you that kind of like anime Yakuza kind of look to it. Probably better with just like, yeah, the white's probably the more notable, or the black. But those will probably sell well. But more importantly, these will probably sell well. It's, looks pretty good. It works with most costumes. And it's just good looking, and because of that, and especially because it's a mix and mass piece, right? Because there's outfits and then there's
outerwear, basewear, innerwear, where you can kind of make your own combinations. I can see a lot of people going for this. It was another one that was like this was Dusk Weave, and the Dusk Weave I'm scared to look at now. That was only like 3 mil. And Dusk. Yeah, that's pricey. And the thing is, these will eventually sell. Like, I guarantee it. Probably not this one. This one probably will go down, maybe tap us, but this one probably will sell. Just as Meseta gets up there and keeps on growing and growing. But yeah, just the general idea is find some clothes that you think are going to be fashionable, that people are going to want to buy. Usually you can tell when an AC scratch ticket comes out and you see the vast majority of the fashionistas going out. They'll showcase like, oh, look at this is the cool piece. You can stock up on those, and that'll generally be a smart idea. And then you hold on to it for just like a month, even just a month, and you can sell it for 30 to 40 if it's a good enough piece. So like the Miku pieces, like if I leave those for like 6 months, I could sell those each easily for about 100 mil. It may take some time because there's not a lot of people that are going to have 100 mil just thrown around the place. But if you keep it at an achievable enough number, it will eventually get sold. It's AC, good AC is just as rare and just as good as like a form site after enough period of time. So it's definitely something you want to keep an eye on. And if you are the type of person that values fashion, it's something you want to keep on top of, because if you miss one, then you could be paying 2 to 10 times depending on how popular it is or how just cool it looks. Just there are certain things that will appeal to certain people, but obviously there's some basewear that like just will never sell no matter how long you have it. Like there's some just like, it's the sweater, it's the nice cardigan sweater, and it's just like never gonna sell. Good luck. But yeah, definitely something you want to keep an eye on. Highly recommend stockpiling. Don't buy out the market, because you don't want to have too much. If you have too much, you're going to be holding on to them forever. But you just want to get a nice, reasonable amount. So as you can see, yeah, once again, this is my premium. I got most of the Miku set in here. And also you want to keep an idea, yeah, once again on those event items, just because, yeah, this is worth 5 mil now, bought it for 50k. But, yeah. Anyways, hope you found that somewhat informative. Good luck going through your selections and choosing what you think will sell. And let it age like fine wine. Have an excellent day, and new videos coming up in just a little bit. Have a good one.